All right, so that's our Outriders roundtable review. Now we are obviously going to skip and jump right into the penultimate. I dropped it again. Penultimate episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier in our segment. Dave,
a brief interlude in which the boys talk about the latest episode, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
good enough. Perfect. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the episode 5 of Falcon and Winter Soldier, available on Disney Plus on all platforms. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a great series. Best one so far. One of the best original content that they've put out. Disney Plus. And there's going to be spoilers galore for this episode and all the previous ones. So if you haven't watched any of it, skip to the end. Timestamp will be down there, but yeah, this is gonna be the last little thing, so you're not missing a whole lot if you want to drop out now. Subscribe to YouTube, check out our Instagram. Anyway, that's a subliminal message. All right, so we are gonna start talking about episode 5 right now. Whew. A little bit slower.
Yeah, it was a slower episode, but that's okay.
I think it's I don't know if you've watched Breaking Bad, right? It's like the second last episode of that, where like there's a whole bunch of wild crap happening all season, and then like the second last episode, it starts out quick, but then the rest of it slows it down, and then the last episode is just going to be, I'm assuming, just wild, like crazy, almost the entire time, kind of like Breaking Bad was.
Look,
this is the calm before the storm.
I'll tell you the high and the low for me on this episode. The high is seeing Falcon finally pick up the shield, and the montage and stuff that like he was throwing the shield, learn how to bounce it.
That was cool.
Yeah, like learn how to do the backflip catch.
That was
sick. Like that was the high of this episode.
Getting goosebumps.
Sure. The low of this episode is no more Baron Zemo because the Dora Milaje took him away. So we have something that's super awesome. Getting to see like Falcon finally, like, even though he was told no self-respecting black guy would ever pick up that shield, he still made the decision that it needs to be done. I think like, and then seeing that process of him, fixing the boat and fixing his life and taking on that mantle, that was really cool. And then, but it's offset by the fact that Bucky turned in poor Baron Zemo.
Poor Baron Zemo. Okay.
Was that? Did he surprise him? Like, was Zemo expecting for Bucky
he was
to kill
expecting him to show up. No,
he was expecting one of them to show up.
But it looked like he was surprised when he pulled the trigger and he didn't get killed.
Yeah, because he still thinks he's the Winter Soldier. That was symbolic for Bucky to say, "I'm no longer under anyone's control. This is it."
Yeah.
Also, I like their chemistry. I want to watch these guys more often. And I also like how he has the hots for Falcon's sister. He's like, "What's your name?" And then the Falcon's like walking away, like, God,
don't flirt with my sister.
He's like, "Hey," I like that a lot. Their chemistry's great. I want to see them more.
This episode gave me everything I've been waiting for the last 4 damn episodes. It gave me Falcon and the Winter Soldier finally coming to terms with the fact that they refuse to say they're friends, but realize they're each other's only friend. You know what I mean? It was very much Martin and Riggs there, if you know what I mean, from Lethal Weapon. It was just very... Yep. There was a lot of stuff there. The unsaid man love. That's what it is. The stuff that Dave and I have for each other. So it's the unstated man love. So it had
explicit, actually.
We're both holes for this shit. So.
It had a montage, and you can't go ever wrong with a TV show that has a montage. All right, I'm just saying. The idea that Isaiah Bradley is so jaded by the world, okay, that he can't see the good that having a Captain America would do right now because he hates the world that much. And Falcon having to question
for good reason.
For good reason. Don't get me wrong, but that whole story is an encapsulation of what happened in the Truth comic to him. because that dude's in the comics, Isaiah Bradley.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in the real world too.
No,
Like,
no, no. Well,
just the mistreatment of black
there
people
is,
prior,
and
like even
there's historical
currently, but
documentation on that kind of experimentation happening to black soldiers. But the whole idea
okay,
that they
yeah.
covered it on a Disney show, right? Not so much that they covered it in comics, because Captain America's always been political. Let's get something straight. All of Cap's comics, going all the way back, have always been political. The first comic issue that Captain America's in, on the cover, he's punching Hitler a year before America entered World War One. He's always been a political character. Let's get something straight, okay?
Yeah.
So the fact that they're covering something this deep in 6 episodes, right? Giving a clear message of where Sam stands, and coming to the resolution that regardless of the whole world, everybody needs Captain America, one that won't use the shield to like kill someone, which is great. Was really good for me. Like it was a very good story telling device. I very much enjoyed it. So I'm having such a good time with it. I'm even going, and I found out yesterday, Paul Walker, the actor that plays Paul Walker, is Kurt Russell's son. I didn't know that. I had no idea he's the
You didn't know
Russell's.
that?
Yeah.
No, I had
Bryan
no
told me.
idea.
It's John Walker, I thought. I thought it was.
Is it John Walker? Yeah,
But it
I'm
was
sorry,
John Walker.
John Walker. You're right, John Walker.
Yeah.
I haven't had my second cup yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the
I haven't
actor
either.
that plays him is Luke Russell's son. So I was very pleased by
Yeah.
the whole thing, and the fact that he could go, like, he's only been in romantic comedies at this point, I think. This guy, but he has gone into a character that makes you hate him 2 minutes of being on screen, which is fantastic. So everything in this episode
Does
popped.
that?
Yeah, but you still have to have some level of sympathy for the
I was gonna
guy.
say, I think
do.
I agree.
I mean that scene where they're basically saying like, you're this close to court martial, but we're gonna just throw you out and shit all over you, and he's like, but you made me.
Yep.
Like that's
He
like
did exactly what
it's
everybody told him.
definitely like there's some parallels there with how we treat our veterans in this country.
There is. So there was a lot about veterans, but at the same time, you see the fundamental difference between him and Steve. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
This guy's the perfect soldier, so he did
Oh,
what he
yeah.
was told.
Oh, yeah.
Steve was a good man, so he did what was right, which was Civil War.
Oh
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Oh
But
yeah.
like I just think that like the PTSD, the mental issues that he's facing um, are very like not only parallel with what goes on in reality, but also like if you think back to the first time we met Falcon, what was he doing?
Mhm.
But helping counsel soldiers that had those issues, right?
Yep, correct.
So it sets them up as like the perfect foil to each other going forward after
It
this.
does.
Is that he could use something other than punchy to try and get through to Walker. You know what I mean? And fix that situation. And I also really enjoyed the juxtaposition of the uh the talk with Isaiah and and Falcon. And then on the other hand you had Walker talking to his partner's family, and how those points of view are completely skewed by the person who the person involved.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
he did lie and say that the person that he killed was the one that killed his partner when it wasn't. But but those people were all like, thank you for doing what you did, versus like the reaction of the general public, which was like horrified. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah, I can't tell whether that was to soothe the family or soothe his ego. So it was really well done the way the scene was portrayed to give you that conflict.
And Julia Louis-Dreyfus showing up. What was that?
That was crazy. I was like, what?
So she
Do you know
the power broker?
No, you don't know who that is?
No, who's that?
Contessa came out in 1967, 66. The Contessa, who she is
Is
Madam
Did they say
Hydra.
that?
Yeah, she gives you her name. Yeah, she says you can call me Contessa, but don't call me that. Yep, she is
Val.
Don't.
She drops her name and she's like, well, technically there's a Contessa at the beginning of that, and then.
Oh, well, I didn't pick up on that. I was like, I thought she worked for the power broker, but okay. So what was it? Sharon, was she the one who called in Bartok to give the stuff?
Batroc, yep. That's exactly what happened. I was like, yeah, I knew it. This bitch is bad. So I think she's the power broker.
Wait, who'd she call?
Batroc.
She's the one that released Batroc, the Leaper, from jail.
Yeah.
Who's?
The
okay. Yeah. Sorry, at the beginning. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah. And then in the park. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she shows up with the weapons.
Brian, what'd you think?
She set up to I don't know, capture the dude in episode 1. Like she's the one that hired Batroc. So I don't know.
The question I have is, why was Sam bringing the shield to Bradley? And he shows he shows up.
He's trying to make him.
Is that what I think it is? He's like, no, don't take it out of the bag. Leave it in the bag.
I think he was trying to make him not so jaded and be like, look, I have this. I'm a black guy with the Captain America shield. Like,
was he? I thought he was going to try and give it to him. I was like, wait, why?
No, I got the impression that he was trying to get approval.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, I know that shit happened to you, kind of thing. What do you think about this? Like, is this something that can work out? And when Isaiah told him, no black dude should be Captain America, that's what really
white
put
man
him down.
shield.
Yeah.
And did you see the scene after the credits?
Yes.
I didn't actually.
Yes, I did. You didn't?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't realize. You can spoil it. I'll watch it right after this.
Walker's in his garage, which looks very much like the first Iron Man movie, like in the cave where he's pounding away on something, and you realize he's making his own shield using his medals of honor melted in to weld the things together. This dude
I will say that I was wrong. You guys were right. They're not going to kill this Captain America. He's probably going to be field agent or whatnot. U.S. agent or some form of that. He's not going to die.
I don't even think he's going to
kill him.
Actually, I don't know if he's making it out, but if he does, he's probably going to be sent to the raft next to Zemo, because the raft is under General Thunderbolt Ross's control.
Yeah,
and that's where the Thunderbolts are coming from.
They specifically said we're bringing him to the raft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Zemo, right?
Zemo led the first Thunderbolts, and
this is so much lore. I'm just lost.
Okay,
Thunderbolts are
amazing.
The Marvel equivalent of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of don't want to spoil any of the storylines for you in case they use any of them. I'd rather just let it go at that. Very good, Dave.
Dark Avengers?
Dark Avengers might be coming.
Oh, Dark Avengers.
So the possibilities are endless. So that's cool. Walker, I like how they made him, like, I don't hate him. Like,
no,
he's such a good villain in that, like, it's kind of like Thanos, where you kind of see where they're coming from. Like, it makes sense in his worldview. It makes sense in Walker's worldview. And I especially what Dave was saying.
Walker's not going to call himself a villain.
No, yeah, and Thanos didn't either. But I like where he was like, I'm a product of your training, what you told me to do, etc. Like, he's like a bad guy. He's not. He's complicated, which is great. I love that. He's not like a straight up just like, you're just bad. You're a bad guy. I hate you.
He is. He's a villain, but he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, it's like lawful evil, maybe, like alignment wise, like, well, not even lawful evil, but he has his own code that he follows. He's not like just trying to, like, a Joker kind of villain where he's like just destruction or whatever.
Well, his evil came from
I like him, and I like, he's a great villain, and I want to see more of him. So I don't want them to kill him anymore. I was like, yeah, they're just gonna kill him off, but I was like, don't kill him. He's awesome. He's dope. Great actor too. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, and can we just talk for a minute about all the idiots out there that can't separate a actor from the character that they're
Oh
portraying.
yeah, this guy's getting harassed, just like
Really?
Oh
all
yeah,
from Star Wars before that. Like,
yeah,
what is it with Disney fans? Like, do
Uh-huh.
they feel entitled to be able to do this, or is it this geek
yeah,
culture? I
yeah. I
can't
think
tell.
Both, probably.
it's the
Stretch
toxic
back.
fandom geek culture that
I had no
that
idea.
allows these things to happen. Remember when I said like I like Zack Snyder cut and stuff. These are all products of what started out as like toxic fandom, and then we bow to it. It's okay in the the context of the Snyder cut. You got something positive out it, or Sonic. It became something
Yeah,
that looked more like the character in the
and a very good movie, by
video
the way.
game.
So
But but
Sonic?
but if we encourage the behavior that the consumer is entitled to that backlash and getting what they want out of it, what happens when that's you know weaponized like it was for Star Wars or like it was for this poor guy just
yeah, but
trying to play this villain? You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I feel like it wasn't directed into a good conduit. It's okay to disagree with writers say and what's on TV. It's not okay to bully or pressure actors or the people that wrote it involved. Like, don't.
yeah,
Why would you do that? Why would you feel that's okay? That's like me saying I don't like the way you park and putting a crowbar to your knee in person.
I had no idea that
And
he was
it
getting
really
harassed.
is. Yeah,
They know it's
yeah.
fiction, right? Like he's
that's the
not
point.
actually like a
Like,
super
you know,
That's
soldier
the point.
villain.
People can't separate those two things. They're like, you're not my Captain America. Yeah, he's
And that's
not.
the whole point of it. Like, did
He's
they watch the show?
yeah. I
They're
I don't know. Uh,
You're not my
uh,
Captain America. Exactly.
so I'm acting well. You're saying, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say, like
Well,
that's what they're
yeah.
saying.
Don't say the dude's a terrible. You're not my Captain America. You're a terrible actor. Is actually
He's
more
a
the phrase.
fantastic. He's a
He's a fantastic actor
actor.
because 2 seconds in, you know he's not your Captain America, and yet
Yeah.
you're still intrigued enough to watch him. You
And
know
I
what I mean?
like the change. You could see it. It's not like he immediately like had one moment where it click and then he's like this guy. Like you could see the change, and every single step of the way, his behavior makes sense and fits within his worldview and like
Yeah.
his experience, which is why he's so good.
Which,
And then
which is
he's such a good actor. I like
what
him. I
kills
didn't
me.
even like him at the beginning. I was like, "Who's this clown?" And then now he's fucking dope. I want to go see more stuff with this dude in it.
I
Yeah,
remember.
he's killing it.
I remember seeing an interview from the lady that plays Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones.
I was
And
gonna
she-
say Joffrey too.
Yeah, and she was she said she was at a convention and she was leaving, and she said there were people, they're like, "Oh, I hate you," and she's like, if they hate me for Cersei, that means I'm doing my job well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
hated
you
Well,
see,
Joffrey,
that's
but
in
yeah.
the context
I
of a
can separate it,
convention
yeah.
where you expect that, though.
Yeah,
That is where its home goes. But when you start taking it to like Twitter and filling up this dude's personal Twitter with our fan bullshit, right? Go
Yeah.
tweet the actual show, not him.
yeah.
And there's a world of difference between like, oh, that's the lady who played Cersei. I hate her, or like, hey, you suck. Fuck you. I hope you die, or like threatening, or I know where you live. I'm coming there because I hate you so much, or these are things that actually happened to the actors for Star Wars. Like people didn't like them enough that they were getting death threats. That's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Anonymity is a double-edged sword.
Ahmed Best, Jar Jar Binks. What's her name?
Oh,
yeah.
suicidal.
Rose
He wanted to
Tam,
kill himself.
the chick
Yeah.
that plays.
And they didn't help by cutting her out of the
And
third movie.
Boyega.
completely,
Who the hell's gonna roll up on my boy Boyega? Holy hell!
At least
Like,
he gives it back too. His Twitter, he's firing back.
I
too.
get it, but why does he have to defend himself?
He shouldn't
Yeah.
have
It's
to.
ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, like that. I don't know, but there's
That's a
just
whole
a
other
lot of
episode. Toxic.
of
fandom.
negativity out there in the world. A lot of toxic people.
Once we
But
talked
I
about
just
it.
I just wanted to touch on that subject real quick.
What's up, guys? It's Jeremy. I just finished editing. I want to go play Sea of Thieves. So I have to record this, but this is like the 8th time I've done it. So if you could just like, subscribe, leave a comment, something nice, preferably. If you really like this video or you want to hear more stuff like it, go over here or here, whatever side it ends up being, there's going to be stuff over there for you to check out. We have a ton of stuff that I want to put out, so if you ding that bell, you can get notifications. I have a Christmas video coming out, just a bunch of stuff that you will definitely want to see, especially more of Bryan's beard. Anyway, that got weird. See you later.